here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Walter Tuomi, representing Neodefective Gaming, aka Neodefective. You can find me over on twitch.tv/Neodefective, where I will be streaming for your viewing pleasure every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during the demon hours. That's the late PM, early AM Pacific Standard Time hours. Anyways, today, a wild thing happened, and that was the Silent Hill transmission came to a close like they said it would. And when it did, they released information on, of course, if you've been following it, was this Silent Hill transmission. The countdown ended today, which is Wednesday. They announced it was going to end today, so it doesn't matter. What they did announce was Silent Hill 2 Remake. That remake is going to be done by Bloober, who have credits such as Layers of Fear 2, and also Blair Witch Project. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty solid. I can't really comment on anything. Doesn't really show like a lot of gameplay footage. It's a lot of the videos that we know and love. A lot of true to form cutscenes that we're familiar with from the original Silent Hill 2. It looks great. It looks just like the original characters. It has the Pyramid Head. It has the nurses. It has all the things that scared us back in 2001, so long ago. If you're as old as me, that's sad. But it also shows that I have great knowledge up in this head of mine. What they also showed was 2 other games and a movie, which is done by the original director, Christopher Gans, who directed the first movie, if you might remember that one way back in the day, which is also actually a really good movie that was, from a video game. It's not often that we can say that video game movies are done decently or even good. But this one was actually above average, I would say. I remember it fondly. I can even go back and watch it. I'm still remembering seeing some of the violent imagery that occurred that I think would hold up to this day for a video game movie, of course. Also, they announced Silent Hill Ascension, which is kind of like an immersive project where everybody from around the world kind of joins in on this video game and makes decisions that can alter the shape of the story. And that's pretty much, I think, all the information that they really were allowed to show for that. But then the most impressive thing was Silent Hill F, which is a spin-off game of a Silent Hill that takes place in 1960s Japan. And then you also have Silent Hill Townfall, which was just a pretty much cutscene showing very little. Mostly like an older walkie-talkie. So Silent Hill 2 Remake was definitely the centerpiece of this whole transmission of Silent Hill, and it definitely delivered as far as CG goes. The atmosphere looks a lot better. The fog looks great. It has the over-the-shoulder camera instead of the just straight behind the back to add more immersion to the actual gameplay. One of the things I remember lacking of the original Silent Hill 2, just Silent Hills in general, is the actual combat system. The combat system has always kind of, for me, stood out as the negative part of the game. And that's not bad. It's not great, but it's just the kind of part that feels more cumbersome for the video game to just kind of deliver its story. The story is always good. I don't know which other way you would go about pretty much getting from point A to B without having to add some combat elements, but I'm just saying, for me, that my taste, the combat was the worst part, but it's not saying it's that bad. It's just part of the game that I just didn't like the most. That being said, we'll see how maybe they will improve upon that experience for players like me, and then also returning players are going to have a lot to go on because I'm sure they're going to be doing so many endings like they did in the original. If they're true to form and they, like they say they were, there was so many endings, specifically the Shibu Inu. That one was great. So if you like what you saw here, here's hoping that they release Metal Gear Solid from the chains of evilness. I'm looking at you, Konami. I'm looking at you. You can do this. Make sure you comment down below. Stay dirty, humans.